Hi guys, Jurassic Junkie here, and today I am 50. Welcome to the Friday Night Rant. So yes, I am 50 episodes into the Friday Night Rant, which is crazy. So that means it's been, well, it sounds like it should be less than a year, but I've missed about 8 episodes over the total. So I think we started in February, which makes it over a year old, but nonetheless 50 episodes in. So if you're still watching, after 50 episodes, congratulations, you can still put up with me. So yeah, it's crazy how long it's actually been going. To say originally it was just the idea is to have a rant or in-depth view of a particular topic, and then from there it spurred on, and we are here today. Today, I've actually got to go to work at nighttime shift, so at the moment it's actually 10 o'clock in the morning. So I'm about to drink this beer at 10 in the morning, so you actually turned me into alcoholics, which is awesome. But because it's 10 in the morning, I can't exactly be choosy and go top shelf, so I've gone with Cobra, which I don't know if I drank Cobra before, or I may have drank Tiger and got confused with Cobra, so either way, Cobra's the beer. To everyone who was from episode 1, and to all the newcomers, happy Friday Night Rant. Right, so Mass Effect came out last week and I've been playing it. I've not played it non-stop because I don't want to overdo this game. This game I've been waiting for so long, and also I break up for 2 weeks in about 2 days, so I'll be able to sit back and really enjoy Mass Effect. But I've definitely put a good amount of hours in it so far to be able to say I absolutely love that game. It is awesome. Now, a few things are kicking off. First of all, I've got a friend who has completed it already and says the ending's terrible. I've heard some people saying the end is quite good, mixed reviews, looking on the internet, it kind of looks 50-50, some people hate it, some people love it. I know nothing about it because I refuse to look at any spoilers. I don't want them to tell me why it's crap or whatever it is. I just want to experience it when the time comes. So I don't know anything about that yet, so I cannot rant about it. What I can talk about is one little tiny thing that made me just go, you dirty buggers. So most people have probably already done this because it's from the very, very start, but when you first get to the Citadel, you walk along and a news reporter comes up to you. And as soon as she did, it wasn't the original news reporter, it was like a different one. And I was like, her face looks very familiar. And then she opened a trap, and I noticed straight away it was Jessica Chobot. Now, a few people may go, really? That's awesome because she's fit and that would be awesome to have her in the game. Well, first of all, it just instantly made me detract from the game. I just like kind of disconnected from it. I was like, all these characters from Mass Effect are from this universe. I've got the books, I've got everything, you know what I mean? All these characters live inside this universe. Jessica Chobot lives in the IGN world, and they just plonked her in. I was just like, it felt so dirty just grabbing her, chucking her in there. I was like, oh, that's really, really wrong of them. So as soon as she says, can I join? I went, get lost, love, and told her to jump on a bike, cyber bike, don't know what it is, spaceship. She flew off. And yeah, got rid of her because I just didn't want it. I was like, no, I don't want to see your face going around. A few people might be going, yeah, but she's fit and all that lot. Okay, some people may think she's fit, but I've got to say one thing about her. Don't you think Jessica Chobot kind of looks like Carol Vorderman? And now I know I've instantly probably messed everyone's head up now, because for some people they'll probably see Carol Vorderman now every time they see her, and it's probably ruined it for you. And if it has, I apologise, but nonetheless, that's what she gets for invading my game. So back down to the Mass Effect planet, world, whatnot. Everything's fine apart from that, all going well. Obviously played the online multiplayer, and to be fair, I am actually shocked because when the news came out saying there's going to be multiplayer added to the game, first thing I thought was panic. It's probably EA putting a bit of pressure on BioWare saying you've got to do this. Yeah, I just thought it may have been forced upon the game just to simply make people want to buy online passes, and it didn't feel like it should have been a part of the Mass Effect world, so I was panicking. But I am pleasantly surprised that it is really, really good. It's just normal basic horde mode, you know what I mean? Spawn, fight 10 waves, jobs are good un. But it just feels like it's done well. It's not just been bolted on, because they've actually done it so you got really good level progression. You can't just get your weapons, you have to earn credits, and then with that you buy random boxes that give you random items. So you want to save all your money up to get the best random boxes, so obviously hopefully you're going to get a rare weapon. And just that kind of set the tone of it for when me and my mate was playing it. Instead of just going through going bang, bang, was like, oh, we got to do this and let's do that and hopefully we'll get more points and we can buy these weapons. And it made us want to play it more and more and more. And we sat and played it for 5 hours straight and loved it. And it's difficult as well, and it's really, really good. But then to actually confirm my theory of it's not just a bolt-on, they've actually put some love into it, I found out that it was actually developing a first-person shooter, Mass Effect. So what it was going to do is they're just going to bring in the Mass Effect world, chuck a first person spin on it, so it kind of feels a bit like Battlefield, and then off you go and you play the game. So most people probably say, oh, it's just Halo, and I think if they did that, a lot of people would have just said that, because by the look of the screenshots, they had things like capture the flag in there, and it may have felt like a cheap copy. And also this confirmed that what they was going to do is sell this as a separate digital game that you would have to buy separately. So if that happened, it would make me go, oh, you're being dirty, you're giving us a game, then we're having to buy another game and all that lot. But they didn't. They combined it, they made it better, they didn't put a first person spin on it, and it worked perfectly. So for that, I applaud BioWare/EA, whoever was the brain power behind that, they did it well. So, Phantasy Star Online. I spoke about this in the past, simply saying that I love Phantasy Star Online. Phantasy Star Online 2 is coming out for the PC, and I can't wait to get it, and I really hope there's going to be a console release for it. Well, some information's come out now that it is coming out. It's coming out for the Vita, which is kind of annoying, because what they've actually said as well is if you've got it on the Vita, the game actually will connect to the PC servers, and the PC players can play against the Vita players, which is awesome. I don't really want a Vita, because to me the Vita graphics are that good. I think they belong on a TV screen, and I got one that does that. It's called the PlayStation 3, and I don't want something that powerful in my hands, because I might as well just play it on a big screen. So in that hand I'm like, I don't want the Vita, I don't want to touch it. But on the other hand, if I can actually play against people on a Vita, it makes me go, well, I could buy one. And Jo obviously wants one because she loves handhelds, so I can buy her that, say that's your birthday present, but I'll play with it. And get her a copy of Phantasy Star Online. She can play that, and I can play it on the PC, which is awesome, so I can get to have the big screen experience, and she's going to get the little screen handheld experience, the one that she wants, and it just works out well. So the weird thing is, it feels like a year ago, when I first started doing these rants, I was like, yeah, no with handhelds and no with digital download content. And they're starting to do things that I actually applaud them, because, you know what I mean, they're not forcing it down the neck, they're just saying, look, you can play with a PC if you want, which has made me go, that's a damn good idea, yeah, I'll buy that. So I just think it's good that they start to think a bit more now, instead of just going, look, this is a fully digital only handheld, you've got to buy it, and everyone went, no. They've gone back, thought about it, and they're actually really thinking about things now before they actually push it on us. So with that, here is another piece of information which has kind of shocked myself. I don't like buying digital games. I hate it. I want to buy it in physical format. When Limbo first came out, I thought that looked stunning, but I also heard it was coming out in disc format, so I waited and got it on the disc because I want physical copies. Now, if there's ever an option where I can buy digital or I can buy physical, I will always buy physical. Until a few days ago. Now this is completely changing the way I think. Again, I have to applaud Microsoft for doing this. Now a few people have asked me, have you tried Windows 8 yet? And I didn't know much about it, to be fair. I've not looked into it, it's not been on my radar. I kind of ignored the entire situation. And the other day, computers running slow, I thought, best reinstall Windows. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to install Windows 8, the actual beta version that's being released legally before anyone asks. And you can test it and have some fun with it. Now, first of all, when you boot it up, it's a completely different experience that you're used to. And a lot of people have moaned, as they do, because it's change. And as I've said in the past, I love change, I love getting used to new things, and that's what I enjoy. So to me, I really like the new front end. The only downside to it is a lot of big bubbly things in your face, which is kind of cool if people are used to the mobile experience. But for somebody who's heavy multitasker, that can be quite annoying with everything being so big. But at the same time, you can drop to your normal desktop and it works pretty much like the old Windows. Anyway, that's sidetracking. The entire thing is, there's a nice little button on there, and it says Xbox Live, and you click, and then you've got Xbox Live right there on my monitor, and it pulls down all my digital games that I paid for. So now, if a game comes out, for instance, let's just say Fez. If Fez was getting a physical disc release, I would have brought that. But now I know I could get Fez, play it on the console, and at the same time I love playing games, especially mini games on the PC, because I can sit here programming and I'll go, I just want a 10-minute break, and I'd love to just jump on something. Well, if I can bring up my Xbox Live collection right now, here, play it instantly and close it down again, and then go and play some serious games on the console in a bit, that's awesome. That's absolutely brilliant. And again, this is something that hasn't been forced on you. They're not going, you've got to buy digital, you've got to do that. They've just gone, now your Xbox works with your PC, and just left it down to us. And it's quickly made me go, I want to buy more digital now, Microsoft. So it's clever the way they've done it. Again, I applaud them. I am so excited about this, because I'm not 100% yet if that means if it's an online multiplayer game, which is digital. I don't know if that means if I boot it up here and I play against my Xbox Live friends, I can do PC versus console, but from what I've been reading, it kind of confirms that is the case. So that's awesome now. That means sometimes if Joe's playing on the Xbox, I can run up here and actually just play games with my mates from my console. Which actually, I mean the word PC. That's how confusing I've got, because it's a PC console, it's a P-hole. That's a bad word, we won't use the word P-hole, but yes, it's now turned into a P-hole, and it's awesome. So I'm just completely shocked that this has kind of gone under my radar. I've now experienced it and gone, I want to buy more digital, and I do. So yes, that's it. You know now that I am slight digital buyer. Not fully yet, I'm not buying everything up, I'm not buying DLC. See, DLC is still where we draw the line, because to me, that stuff should have been on the disc in the first place, or in that digital download, whatever. I don't like buying additional content for something that should have been there. So we'll see though, the way I keep changing my colours, I'm probably going to say next week, I bloody love DLC, but the chances are slim. Mistress Ishbu has actually came up with a very cool idea. And what it is to have the YouTube Gaming Community Awards. And all that is very simple. You're probably guessing exactly where I'm going there. And all it is for people like me, Mr. Ishbu, anybody who does YouTube videos within the gaming community. It's just an award ceremony for everybody. Now what it is, there's several different categories like any awards show, and all you need to do is go to the link down below, and there's things on there like the best comedian, best mini-series, best original, best reviews, best everything, and you just go on and say which particular YouTuber you think should win each category. They will all be tallied up, and then there will be an award show. And the award show sounds like it's actually going to be awesome, because it's not going to be just a normal person sat there going, right, the winner is Barry. It's actually going to be a load of YouTubers all come together, green screens, it's going to be like professionally done, and it's going to look like an award ceremony. So that is it. That's the Friday night rant done, which is actually Friday night, 10 o'clock morning, I'm drinking, and then I'm going to bed, and then I'm going back to work. Friday night rant. As I've said, anyone who's managed to put up with me for the last 50 episodes, I really do appreciate it. I really do enjoy doing these videos, because if I didn't, for instance, I would have just got up, played some games this morning, jumped back in bed. But now I wake up and I just love getting my bits of news, making my notes, trying every so often to chuck a funny in there, and it's just good. It doesn't feel like a Friday now if I haven't done a video. So before I get all emotional, I give you the question of the week. Because I'm slightly panicking about the ending of Mass Effect, possibly be upsetting or it might annoy me, what I want to ask is, have you ever put a lot of time into a game franchise? So I don't know, the Halo series, something big, Call of Duty series, emotionally tied yourself into it, you love the characters, you love everything. Then they release the final game, and it turns out to be Now, have you ever had that happen to you? Now, I'm actually looking around the room, and I can't think of anything that I've actually played and the ending, the last game I've gone, that was terrible. In fact, I can. This isn't the last game, but it was the last one before they said there's making another one, and that is the Grand Theft Auto series. For some reason, obviously the first one came out, it was awesome when I was a kid, and they just got better. And especially when you got ones like this, which is absolutely awesome, you can't go wrong with this. And then the last one was absolutely stunning masterpiece. But that's what it felt like. It felt like it was just showboating what they can do, and the actual fun experience was actually pulled out of it, just to show off what it could do. And to me, it kind of went down a downer. It was the last Grand Theft Auto game, and it made me go, oh, that's a shame. But I can't moan, because the new one's coming out, and fingers crossed, they're the kind of people that listen and go, right, they wanted more fun, let's give them more fun. So yeah, mine is Grand Theft Auto was the last one of the series that upset me. What game series have you played, and the last game really offended you? And that's it, guys. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a great weekend. I will do, because I've got 2 nights left, and then I've got 2 weeks of just gaming bliss. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Cheers. Bye.